everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. I've done a few of them, and so this is the next one. I'm excited for the movie. I'm actually going to see it tonight. I was very hesitant with things that were happening with COVID and whatnot. Wear your masks. Be safe, everybody. Hopefully everybody here is part of that movement and cares and tries to take care of themselves. But if you're not, it's all we can do to help each other out. That's really all it's about, But yeah, so I was nervous about it as getting closer. Things are getting crazier, But I'm going to see it in IMAX, and there's not a lot of people in the theater. I've been checking the seating arrangements, and there's like 4 other people besides me and my friend that are going. So I feel safe. I feel okay. If it wasn't, we wouldn't go. I was making that decision a couple days ago about whether we would go or not because, like I said, it just doesn't feel safe and things are getting crazy out there. But it looks okay. But a movie is not worth the sickness, right? So if we have to cancel, we'll cancel. Not worried about that. It seems short. But yeah, so far tonight we're going to go see it. It looks exciting. And I want to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to draw all the characters, right? I'm going to have to draw them out weekly because there's so many things I have to draw here. So many requests and whatnot that it's going to take me a while to get all this, to get to everybody. So I'm going for something here. Let me maybe position myself differently. Maybe that's what it is. I think that'll work. So I'm going for her like balancing on one leg, kind of, kicking that leg out in a playful fashion. So I'm trying to get that to look right. And it feels like, this leg is super long. That's what it is. That's why this one feels off, because this one is really long. So that's what it is. I'll just extend this one out. I'll make it long too. It feels a little too long, but for the artistic purpose, let's just go with it. I like it. The problem I'm having is, again, heels and action. Silly. No, I'm just going to say it's dumb. It's super dumb. And I don't know if this is a, feminist take on it or just I just don't get it, is why do they need to put females in heels all the time? Beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely beautiful. But when you're doing like action movies and whatnot, that's ridiculous. It really is. There's no need for it. You're going to get hurt. And I just think it's silly. It's kind of like the whole... Never mind. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. Suicide Squad. Seeing the movie. That's what I was talking about. So, I've seen a few pictures of toys that are coming out, and in them she's like pulling on her pigtail that's hanging down, and I really like that. Again, it's very fun, very playful, and that's what I'm going for here. This might be a longer video because this sketch might take a little bit longer just to try and get right. But it's going to be worth it in the end for the better look, right? Let's see, she's got a coat on. But you know, I'm complaining about costumes like what I was going to say earlier. I'll go ahead and say it is there's times where, you know, the female form is sexualized more than it should be for costumes, right? And so take a look at, like, a lot of times when people draw armor on women and things like that, they draw basically in a bikini, and then and that's it, you know what I mean? And then big old armor on the arms and stuff like that, you know? But when they draw guys, full armor all the way across, everything is covered, everything is safe, you know? And so that's the one thing that gets to me when artists or creators do stuff like that. It's like, that's just sexualizing. That's all it is. It's not from a real point of view. Now, when I say from a real point of view, though, you got to think of it, though. I'm talking about a comic book character, you know, and I'm talking about something that's not real. Like, in example is, who makes these costumes? You know, who puts together the design? Because the reason I say stuff like that is because obviously it's in a movie, and there are people that you know, spend a lot of time and money and skills making these costumes, making them look amazing, right? Fantastic. But if you think about it, if we're gonna let's play real world, like this is an actual real thing, and they, you know, have these costumes and they're wearing them. Who makes them? Who designs these costumes for them? Because, like, her belt has an HQ on it. So in real world, whoever designed this stuff, she had someone design an HQ belt buckle for her costume, right? And so that's what I kind of say is like, well, we kind of have to let go of it needs to be 100% accurate. It needs to be real world. We have to let go and understand that, kind of like underwear over tights. Sometimes we got to let stuff go that, okay, you know, it's not all going to be perfect, and it can't all be explained. And sometimes we do got to just say, you know what, it's a comic book movie. That's what it's all about. So don't try to explain everything. So when I see stuff like this, like I said, with the costume or the belt and all that, sometimes you just got to say, all right, you know, that's cool. That's awesome. It looks good. And let's leave it at that. Okay, now give me a second to try to concentrate on getting her look right. This is where it's going to get tricky, because what I always say is I don't have time in the 30-minute video to draw an accurate representation. I can't make it look like Margot Robbie within 30 minutes. If I had more time, sure. And I do have more time. I'm the one making the video, right? So it's kind of an excuse to say, well, no time. There is time, but I just don't want to make a hour-long video just to get that right. I'm okay with making a person look like someone in cosplay is wearing this costume, you know? It doesn't have to be actually Margot Robbie. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna try. You know, I always say that. I always say I'm okay with not making it look like her. I'm gonna try. But half the time, you know, I don't have time. I don't have time to get it exactly like the person. Because I want you to just be able to draw something in 30 minutes and walk out. And actually, it's not even 30 minutes for you. It's 20 minutes, right? Because you're probably not even watching this. Whoever I'm talking to right now is like not even here, because you are going to be in the Sharpie portion. Right? You guys come in for the fun stuff, while I take care of the detail. Okay, that's not too bad. Let me draw. So in all the pictures that they're promoting, she's got like a big bazooka. So that's what I figure I'd draw. And maybe I'll get the ruler out so I can make sure that I do make it straight. But the other thing is I don't know what a bazooka looks like. I've got kind of pictures of her holding this thing, but you know, we're not here to draw bazooka details, so I'm not that concerned with how perfect this is. Kind of a horrible thing to say, right? Like, I don't care, but I don't. Not for the bazooka. That's what I'm being honest with you about. Is like, I'm not here to show you how to draw a bazooka. So I'm just kind of going by the quick pictures that I have with the rocket on the end and all this stuff. And okay, so I think that's good, and like I said, maybe I'll come back and use a ruler. Yeah, I will. I'm going to use a ruler, so you might want to go grab one. Doesn't exactly look like her, but you know what? Like I said, I'm fine with where I am right now. Okay, I say we get going. I'm good with that sketch. Again, it took me a little longer than I expected, but definitely worth it. So we might go longer on this video. But let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the sketch lines I have here. Because the first few lines I put down, I'm just trying to get three things: the placement, the position, and the proportions. And as I get more confident with those, I start pressing harder. So when I'm lightly erasing like this, the sketch lines disappear, but the confidence lines stick around. And that's what we're going to use to guide us. And that's how you live your life too. Get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence, you'll do amazing things. I will be there to salute your successes. I believe in you. You can do this. Okay, I think that's enough to disappear that it won't show up in the Sharpie portion, so I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more comic book hero stuff, check out that playlist right there, or just do a search in the playlist, because I've drawn so many things, I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So if not, give me a shout. I'll see what I can do. I got to jump right in because we're running out of time. I'm going to start off with the top of the lids, like this. And I like doing those first to make sure I've got it kind of level. And her head is kind of turned like this slightly, so one will be raised higher. And then I'm going to do the retina part of the eye, the color part. Like that. Looks good to me. And it's tiny enough that all I can do is just kind of dab the pupil just a little bit. It's probably going to disappear in the end anyway, but I'm just going to do that. But these will start to bleed at this size, so I can only, oops, see, too much right there, too much. So for the bottom of the eye, I can't draw the line under. You're welcome to, but mine's going to bleed. So I'm just going to kind of come back like that towards the center and imply the eye. Now she does have eyelashes, but it's so tiny I can't draw them, so I'm just going to kind of thicken up the top portion just to imply that there's more up on top, right? A little thicker. And I'm going to let color take care of a lot of it too, to kind of add more to her, because she's got a very colorful palette for her eyes, right? See, that's already starting to get too thick, so I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna draw her, oh, the hair's cutting off too. I'm gonna draw her eyebrows like this. Something like that. Now, for the rest of her face, because it's such a white wash, I'm just kind of highlighting the edges. So let me draw like her hairline, because her hair is going to kind of get in the way just a little bit, like this, from where her hair is hanging down, like that. So it's kind of cutting off the edges of her face. Not really cutting off, but you know what I'm saying, that it's limiting the edges of her face. Right? So in other words, no ears. That's what I'm trying to say. We're limited as to where we're going to go. I just wanted to do that to define that edge. Okay? So for her nose, I'm just going to draw a little bit of the nostril like that. And draw the outer edge like this. And that might be all I can do, because again, this is so tiny that it's going to bleed if I add more, like the bulb of her nose, the bridge of her nose. I'm going to do all that with color, because it's not a hard edge, it's more of a contour, you know? I mean, I'm going to make her smiling, so let's see if I can do this. I can't turn, that's the hard part. Let's see if I can do it like this. Okay, and because it's so small, I mean, her lips are black anyway, so I'm just going to do this for the lipstick. Usually I let color take care of it, but again, this is so tiny, and they're black anyway, that it's not so bad. Right? Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to go ahead and try to do a smile line, just a little bit of like this. But that's it. Anything else is going to be too much, so I got to be careful. Alright, so here's her chin. I'm going to go back up, and this is why I limited my space, so I know where to stop. Right? So I'm not drawing through the hair. Now I'm thickening up some of these lines, because when I switch over to that Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match what it's going to end up looking like. And I'm just doing that because I know where it's going to go. You don't have to do that. I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. Okay, and here's her neck. And she does have like this weird choker necklace that, let's see, her hair braid's going to come down first, so I need to take care of that. So let's build off this. So her hair is kind of flowing up with those locks before it's braided, but she also does have goggles on, so that doesn't look too bad. There's the other thing, is that it's blonde hair, so I don't want to draw a bunch of lines in there. I mean, I do, but I shouldn't, because again, it's blonde hair and it's not dark. Okay, let's do this other one over here too. Again, I'm thickening up my outer edges. You do what you want. Especially if we're working with pencil, that might look a little strange having to thicken up outer edges. So again, you make your magic. All right, she does have goggles on, so let me see if I can draw some of those real fast. Just like the top, it looks like cylinders is all it really is going to look like. Right, because they're going around, you can't really see where they're connected or where they're wrapped around here, or you can't see the discs, you know, for the goggles. So we'll just do something like that, and then thicken up my border. Again, just for my own inking style, my own look. Okay, I think I'm good with the head. Braids, I guess I should do those. Okay, so let me do something like this. And I know where it's going, so that's why I'm just kind of building off of the look. What's the word I'm looking for here? The sketch, building off the sketch. I know where I'm going with it. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm following my sketch. I've got no words. I've just got no words today. Well, a lot of times too, when I'm concentrating, I lose all my words. But I'm not a speaker in the first place. I say this many times. So I'm okay with sounding like a dum-dum. All right, there's one. And the other one she's pulling out like that. We're gonna make it a little longer so it'll fit in her arm or her hand. So I'm just gonna kind of do this. Okay. And I'm kind of doing my zigzaggedy technique. I'm not really too worried about it. You know, just as long as it looks like it's a braid and it's coming off the head, we're good enough, right? I mean, this one right here is black anyway. So I'm not too worried about the detail. Because once I color it in, it's going to be all gone anyway. All right. Here's her hand. Now I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie to get going. All right. So again, she's got on a coat. I don't know why I'm explaining. Just draw, right? Okay, so there's her coat. This one is the edge of it. It's coming out like this, but also see the thickness? See what I'm talking about? That's why I wanted to match, because I knew where it's going to go. I know what it's going to look like. Let's see. So here's her shoulder. Let's go ahead and do this arm over here. That way we can do the hair and all that and catch it all up together. There's the edge of the jacket. Kind of flare it out just a little bit, kind of coming up. So bicep to her forearm. Okay, let's go ahead and just draw the hand so we can do all of it, and I'll add detail in that jacket in a second. So her hand's coming up like this. Here's her thumb. Now, again, this is kind of super small for this, but I'm going to try and do it. It's just, I want you to see what I'm doing, so I use a big Sharpie, but sometimes it's hard to draw tiny little details like this and keep it looking, you know, happy. Let's see, the underside. Let me stop it there because I want to draw the hair and add some detail. So we're going to say the braid is coming through like this. And we're going to draw that little block of hair at the end. Again, it's going to be black, so I'm not too concerned about it. Now, again, the gloves are on her hand and wrap around her fingers. And that's pretty much all I can do anyway, because of the size. And but that's it. I mean, that's good. That looks pretty good as far as detail goes. We've got the position, we've got the proportions, we've got the placement. So I'm happy with that, right? Okay. So it's a jacket with a lot of material, so I'm trying to wrinkle it up just a little bit, just to kind of mix it up. Let's see the front. We're gonna do something like that. Okay, that's good. The front is pretty blank. She's got a nice shoulder, but I didn't put it in there, so I'm okay with that. Let's see. So let's go ahead and do this side. Now, I've got a bazooka. Maybe I should do let's do her waist and we'll come back, because the bazooka is going to go all behind her. So is that arm. So, let's draw her waist coming down like this. and her coat is kind of flaring out a little bit. And I guess not her coat, her bustier, right? It's gonna come out like this. It's got some nice details in it too, so let me see if I can do that. Again, this video might go a little bit longer, so sorry, but not sorry. Okay, and so I will give her a little bit of a breast line like this. Not too much, not too crazy. For her necklace, let's do something like that. Okay, so it does have like these straps going across, so let's see if I can do that. Okay, and I'm going to, let's see, so then they're going to come down here like this. This might be too much detail, but I'm trying to give you stuff that's in here, right? Okay, and then we're just going to do straps across with a little buckle in the middle. So the buckle, like this. And it looks like 4, so yeah, let's do 4. And then, I guess we go all the way across. Like that. And not too crazy, I mean, there's not a lot of call for it, but I think it looks good. Adding that specific detail, you know? Just to kind of mix it up. Okay, that's good for that. So now that we have that defined, I can do the bazooka behind her. So you might want to get a ruler and let's work that way. So I'm going to draw her shoulder like this. Now it's going to go behind the bazooka, so we know the front of the jacket comes out, flared out like we did over there. And again, there's not much there, so I'm not too worried about that detail. Her arm's going to come down to where the bazooka is going to be. About right there. Okay, so I don't know anything about a bazooka. I just know about details. So I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to do a little scope thing. Watch. So I'm going to go this, scope, come down, straight to the back. Now, I have it flared out back here, so it's going to kind of come and then go up. You can't really see because of the arm anyway, so I'm not worried about that. Bottom edge, that's where it'll flare out down there. Bottom edge will just go straight across, okay? And I'm eyeballing that width. Okay, then we're gonna say that's where it flares out to the back end. It goes up. Again, here you can't really see anyway, so I'm just gonna do that. So there's my bazooka. So I can close this off. I can do some sleeve wrinkles like that. All right. Ooh, I just stabbed myself with my pen. How? Okay. So the arm is underneath here, and we're going to draw a little bit more of the bazooka, a little more details, a little bit of craziness on here, whatever that is. And I already said in the sketch that I don't know what a bazooka looks like. I've got kind of pictures, but I don't. But also, you're not here to draw bazookas, so I'm not too worried about whether I got that right or not. There is like this giant, big, massive warhead on the end of it, so let me do something like this. I wanted it bigger than the actual bazooka, so I went out a little bit, and then I'm going to come back in. Something like that, okay? tiny details real fast. I know that's a lot. We really don't have to focus so much on the bazooka, but I did want to give you a little bit of something. Oof, you see that why it's not coming out? It's because it just stabbed me in the hand. I ruined the ink edge. So this is a good practice run to get it back to being used again. Once I get my blood off of it. Alright. Looks like there's more here too. Again, I've got some small details, but I'm not too worried about that. Oops, look at that. Not even straight. Something like that. Again, I'm focusing too much on that. We need to get on to the rest of it. Alright. Okay, so our hand's underneath here. Let's get into that. So the sleeve is coming through here. The elbow's right around here. Something like that. Sleeve's going to come through here. There, the hand's going to come over here. The thumb is going to be like this. That's the handle, right? And everything else is extended out from there. Go. And there we go. So again, cloth, wrinkles, glove, hand. Just gonna say stuff. And there we go. Not too bad. Now again, the bazooka, not worried about that. I'm just gonna color that in anyway. So it's time for belts. Now she's got on multiple belts again. I talked about this in the sketch that, you know what, I talked about it in the sketch, so let's not worry about it. Let me draw the buckle, which is her initials. Okay. Then I'll draw it across because I know where her hips are going to go, so I'm just going to go ahead and follow my sketch. Same thing with this one over here. That's the good thing about sketching. You know, it's good practice that you know the placement. You know where everything's going to be. There's one buckle. I'm going across here for the double belt for no reason other than having two belts. And they're not even holding anything up, you know? It's not even like it's holding up her pants. They're just floating on her hips. Alright, but we'll add extra stuff just because. Okay, so double belts. Now all we're doing is basically drawing pants and boots. That's really it. So again, sorry this one's going a little long, but that was all the detail. The rest is just pants and boots because there's color and things like that, but that's color, so I'm not worried about that, right? Okay, so I'm just going to follow her leg. Basically drawing anatomy with a little bit of bump for material bend, you know? There's going to be her boot. And draw her leg back up. And let's go ahead and draw the boot. We're looking at the front view, and then we'll just add detail. So something like this. Again, front view, so it's pretty much just a big nub, a specialized nub, right? Let me show you. Right, the front of the boot. And she does have laces, so we'll do that. But I think she's got like a guard over the edge. You know, like a protector. Something like that. Okay, I'll add laces in a second. I just wanted to add just a little bit of material bends. And that's just material creases, right? And okay, so good. See, we're already done with that leg. Now we're just going to do almost like a profile over this way. So I'm going to follow my contour to the knee, boot, back of the leg, like that. Now let's just draw the boot, and then we'll add the laces in a second. So I'm going to draw the front. I'm going to add that extra little bump for the pad like I was talking about. So it's a little extra padding. And her dumb high heel. If you want to know why I'm saying that, go back to the sketch. I guess not dumb. That's a horrible word. I don't mean to knock their design. A very unnecessary high heel. Okay. Let's see. Detail. All right. Let me draw the bottom like this. And this is that little protector. That again, I like to add some detail to the pants. Man, I completely forgot that word right now. That's how much of a crazy old man I am. Okay, so last thing, let me just add. I like doing stuff like this just real quick. It should be red laces, but you know what? We're just going to do this just to give you something. Because, like I said, they're red in the design, but I'd rather just do that just to give it some texture and not worry about the color right now. Okay, but there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.